Welcome back, cereal fans. Here is our first rating episode, and we are going to start off with the most classic cereal that has ever been, the one that inspired me as a child to love cereal. We're going to talk about Lucky Charms today. Lucky Charms oat cereal with marshmallows built into it. And first off, let's take a look at the packaging. If you notice, it's amazing. They've got the character. They understand how to hook the child. They are showing the cereal in a fun, animated style. It's got bright, vibrant colors. That has got me with a spot on 10. If we then move on to the smell as we open up the bag. It smells very similar to what you would think sawdust might smell like. It has a hint of sweet to it, but for the most part, it's got a very grainy, earthy oat flavor to it. So can't fault them too much there. That's the overpowering nature of oat cereals, but we got to give that a 7. I'm sorry, we got to give that a 3. Now the value, that's where we're giving it a 7, because if you notice, I couldn't afford the big bag. These are name brand cereals. General Mills up here. They tend to be a premium cereal. I just looked on Walmart. We're talking $4.50 for the small box and about 5 something for the larger family size box. Well, there's a Brand X that does just as well right down the aisle a little bit. So we're going to do some comparisons on that one. But value, we're going to stick it right around the 7 because you can frequently find the Lucky Charms on sale. How about the colors? If you're looking at your colors inside the cereal, well, there's a mix of dull and some very vibrant colors. So I think that they do win points by some of these very, very good use of bright, brilliant colors. We've got some nice purples in here. And then they did a really great job whenever it comes to making some of these balloons. And so we have a nice blue and mixed in there with white. So I think they did a very good job with the cereal color. Unfortunately, the little Christian fish that they always have, the charms, the different sizes here, there's no color to that. They didn't even try to give us a little bit of color. So that's going to knock you off a point. You got a 9. Uniqueness of their shapes, 100%. I've already told you. Even the dry, bland, colorless ones, they are all really, really good with some uniqueness to them. So we have some of these X's, we have some bells, we have some Christian fish, we have three-leaf clovers in here. So they've done a really, really good job of that overall. Now, dry crunch. And as you chew on some of this, what you notice is that there's a little bit of an off-put with the puffiness of the oat portion. And so you sink into it and you don't quite have as long a crunch. And so it sogs up very quickly. I'm afraid that that's going to be detrimental to its wet crunch factor. So what we're going to give there is only a 7 on that one. It's a decent, it's an average, but it's not great. The uniqueness of the taste, it tastes like sugar. Which is amazing when you're a kid, but it's just kind of bland. It's like basically they went for vanilla. They did not try to spice it up with any other flavors in there. So we're just going to give you a 6 on that one. Does the taste actually match the name? And I gotta give it to them. I feel special whenever I have these. The marshmallows along with the bland cereal, that seems to just have something special. The uniqueness of the 2 different textures, I do believe that they nailed the taste, giving you a sense that there's something unique about these charms that are in there. Now let's get to the wet crunch. So let's go ahead and let's pour in our cereal into our special bowl, and we're gonna pour in our milk into the bowl, and we're going to let that set for 30 seconds, and then we'll come right back to that one and we will figure out now. Let's see where our heartbeat is on our iPhone watch, and let's see what we've got for a resting heartbeat. Again, we should be somewhere around 60, but let's see what happens once we get our heartbeat, and it's gone up to about 82. So what we'll do is we'll give them 2 points for that one over the normal, and so that gives them a 7. Now we've had our 30 seconds. Let's go back to our crunch. So we're going to get in here. Now, because they're less dense, they tend to float. There's still quite a bit of crunch left into it, and that might be because it's so less dense than the milk that it floats. It stays above and doesn't get weighted down and soak in there. And those marshmallows, they are somewhat resistant to absorbing as much water. Oh, I'm fairly impressed. I'm going to give that an 8. So, overall, if you've been keeping track, you add all this together, we are at a grand 77 for our inaugural cereal, Lucky Charms. So, not bad. Way to go. See you next time, cereal fans. Go enjoy some breakfast. Bye-bye.